Melody and welcome back to another video. Please take a look at my makeup. This is what I wanted to do for the concert that I'm about to talk about. So I thought about just sitting down. It's a few days later. Everything is calm. I'm kind of a little bit recovered, kind of not. I thought we would have just a little chat, just talk about the concert that was Kanakun in Lisbon. It was lovely. I went to 2 K-pop concerts in the past. I went to Block B when they were in Lisbon, and I also went to Card when they were in Lisbon. Thing is, I did record a video on Card, and I have a lot of footage of when me and my friends were in Lisbon, but I actually never uploaded it. I thought that I would sit down for this one and just talk away with you and share my experience with you and maybe show you a little fan cam here and there and tell you how great of an experience this one was. So the fact is, there weren't a lot of people at the concert, and I only realized the amount of people that were there once we were actually inside the venue. The venue was actually half full, maybe not even half full, but I can definitely tell you that although it wasn't filled up with people, that venue was filled up with energy. This is why I absolutely adore going to concerts here in Portugal, because our crowd is wild. We go wilding. I happened to catch a cold a day before the concert. I was actually kind of okay for the concert. It was very, very hot down in Lisbon. It was 30 degrees every day. I think it passed the 30s every day like that. I caught a cold. The day of the concert was kind of okay. I had like a runny nose, but I was kind of okay. But the day after and now after that, I started coughing, and it's bad. Like, I'm coughing and I feel my throat constantly like itchy, that kind of weird itchiness, so it's bad. This is what Kanakun does to you. So the concert itself, I could see that the boys were kind of disappointed when they entered the stage. I could see it in their faces that they were probably like expecting more people. We weren't a lot, but we were good. So I was there since early morning. Girls from the fan base were already there, the Portuguese fan base, and they were restless. They kept checking up on everyone. They bought food, they bought water, they brought little packs of sugar. Honestly, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I will not use the nickname that we gave my music taste. But my music taste did nothing. The girls had everything organized, and I have to say that I have to give kudos to my music taste for not messing up everything, although they didn't really do anything. So yeah, the fan base girls were the absolute best. My previous experiences with K-pop concerts is that a lot of the times the fan base people kind of seem a little bit entitled, and I think it might have been because there wasn't a lot of people there and they weren't as stressed as in other concerts. But this time, look, I don't like lining up for concerts, okay? I feel like while lining up, a lot of the times people forget about themselves because they're so focused on what's going to happen that they completely forget that they have to eat, they have to hydrate, they have to make sure that they are okay, like themselves are okay. And I just overall don't like staying there so many hours for something that is going to happen at night. So we started lining up early in the morning. Not exactly lining up, but we were there early in the morning, and the concert was at night. And that's something that I'm not really a big fan of, but this time we had such a great time. My previous experiences were that people wouldn't talk to each other. You'd at least talk to the person like behind you, ahead of you, kind of small talk, not really like connect. But with this one, maybe because there was less people, everyone seemed way nicer than in other concerts that I went to. Lining up was actually a really great experience because I got to connect with a lot of people. And you see, I'm a little older than most of the people that were there, and most of the times I do feel the age gap a lot. But this time, people were just so nice, and we just had overall a great time. I don't know if it was because we were all fans of a more underrated group. I'm not exactly sure of what happened, but everyone was just talking to each other. At the concert itself, everyone was so nice. The girls from the fan base, they were insane. The girls from the fan base, some of them were up front because they had VIP tickets, but they all gathered and went to the back of the room. And me and my friends kind of joined them too. And we were all at the back of the room, and I had the chance for the first time in a K-pop concert. I had the chance to dance around. I was jumping around without caring that I might hurt other people. I was screaming my lungs out, and I could hear that they were having fun themselves. The girls from the fan base, they were having fun themselves, and I could see them like right next to me, right behind me. They were dancing, and everyone had so much space to move around. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily a good thing, because that means that there was space at the venue, so it wasn't filled up. But at the same time, I feel like that was kind of okay. I also have to mention that although my music taste didn't really mess up anything with the numbering and with the lining up, what they do constantly mess up are the venues. I do not understand why my music taste keeps insisting on the same places in Portugal. One of the places that is usually used for K-pop concerts is LX Factory. They have a really big venue for that kind of things. But for Kanakun, it's too big of a venue. But Time Out Market is definitely not a place for K-pop concerts. You see, I'm 170 centimeters, and the boys themselves are like 190, above 190. No. I'm 180 and like above 180, and I could only see above their waistline. And that happened with Card too. With Card, everything was even worse because there was so much people in there that I could only see their heads. I had girls next to me that were smaller than me, and they couldn't see a thing. And I felt so bad, and it broke my heart. And my music taste keeps not listening to people, and keeps using venues that aren't good for K-pop concerts. And I feel like a lot of us actually said that to my music taste, but they just won't listen. They won't listen. One thing that they did good was working with the fan base, but they keep messing up regardless. Also, and something that I was kind of surprised, and I was telling the people that were with me, it was my first time seeing fan sites at a concert. Even with like bigger groups before, I had never seen fan sites at a concert, and this time it was a smaller group, a more underrated group, and there were 7 fan sites that came with them from Korea, and they were there. They didn't mingle with people a lot. They were kind of in their own space, and they were talking to each other. The concert itself, it was lovely. The boys were lovely. Well, what I do think though is that something might have happened, because someone said that they were at the front, and when they were thanking my music taste, as they should, June kind of let out a little snort. So, I don't know, maybe my music taste messed up with them too. Regardless, I don't want to throw shade to anyone. Let's go back to the concert. Concert was lovely. Hello, this is Late Night Melody editing this video to tell you that my audio got messed up at this part of the video and I didn't want to not include it, so I'm explaining what I was explaining in the video right here, right now. I was explaining that the boys themselves realized that the venue wasn't the best. So they were kind of apologizing, kind of acknowledging that the people at the back wouldn't be able to see them while they were performing Fade. And they were kind of apologetic about it, although it wasn't really their fault. But regardless, it was still very fun, and I'll continue to explain why. But regardless, it was so fun because they were performing, they were doing body rolls and everything, and we were at the back doing body rolls too, so it was kind of fun regardless. Everything was very fun. There was a point where Jun was singing Coldplay, and first of all, he starts like first verse and someone goes like, yes! And Song kind of, at the end, In Song told him to sing again so he could clown the person that has said that. So that was really funny. But regardless, Ijo was singing and someone said yes first. And then when it was almost over, someone screamed, English gang! And they died. Everyone died. It was so funny. Also, Jun kept flexing on us, holding on to the piping on the ceiling, so he was just like standing the whole time like there. Like this, holding on to the pipes, showing off his long legs. What else can I talk about? They're overall just really great. Dongwoo and Soam are the kings of fan service. I apologize if I pronounce the names kind of weirdly. I thought that the concert was actually like really well divided. They started off strong, they went for ballads, they went for funny things, they went for sexy things after. And when they went to change and came back with the Kunakun shirts, my heart kind of burst. I don't even know. My heart just burst. They were so cute. Everything about them was the cutest. They are so tall, but I feel like everyone knows that already. But regardless, they were so tall. Like, my lord. Okay, listen, these audio problems have got to stop happening when I'm explaining stuff on the video. My god. I was explaining right here in this part of the video that has no audio that I was very proud to see them walking around Lisbon because I was born and raised in Portugal. I have the biggest love for Lisbon, and seeing them go around Lisbon and having fun and seeing all these touristic attractions and falling in love for Terreiro do Passo was just the absolute best. I was in my feels for all of the days that they were in Lisbon, and it was so lovely to see them boast and to see them learn Portuguese. They even introduced themselves in Portuguese at the concert, and honestly, my Portuguese heart was just bursting with love and pride. Although June kept being sassy, I could see that they were genuinely enjoying the city, and they had so many pictures, and it made me so proud. It makes me really proud overall to see my country and the cities that I adore being recognized for how beautiful they are, because Lisbon is beautiful and it's such a nice city. And although it was burning hot, it was still absolutely lovely, and it's a bubbling city. It's constantly moving and constant new things popping up, and that's just how the city is evolving, and it's lovely to see that. But regardless, no more of Lisbon, more of Kunakun. What else can I tell you? What kind of things can I tell you? Something that made me really proud too was that they said that June ate a lot, and it made us really proud. And I feel like the whole crowd was kind of cheering him on, like, please do eat. Please do feed yourself. Overall, it was a really good experience, and I am very, very thankful for the people that I met at the concert, and I'm very, very thankful that the girls from the fan base were so nice, and they kept everyone in check, and they kept checking up on everyone, and they kept making sure that everything was okay, everyone was okay. They did banners, they gave us these, I have it at the back. I still have it here. Just let me show you. So they gave us these little pieces of paper. They would turn this pink, like a gorgeous pink. It was mostly for the people that didn't really have a light stick. They still made sure that everyone felt included, and they made banners. They made sure that everyone knew what was going on with the banners. Personally, I didn't have a banner because I don't really follow that many fan bases, and I keep forgetting that they're the ones organizing everything. At the end, I didn't really follow the fan base. I didn't really follow up with the whole banner situation, but they made these really pretty banners for people to raise up when they were singing a certain song, Angel Heart, I think. And honestly, all I can tell you about this concert is how good of a job that fan base did, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I feel like everything went smoothly because they organized everything. What I didn't like was the security told us to line up at 4:30, and we were entering the venue from 7 forward. Okay, so the concert was at 8. We were supposed to enter at 7. Well, VIP first and then general admission. But we were told to line up at 4:30, and everyone was dying in that heat. The good thing was that we were inside Timeout Market, because if we had been told to be outside, I feel like people might have fainted, although the fan base was checking up on everyone. Personally, I felt really sick in that heat, and I had to leave the line for a little bit and go outside and try to get some air, because I was literally and very honestly feeling really bad in that heat. Well, just in case, I went to ask for a pack of sugar, a little pack of sugar at one of the cafes downstairs, because I was genuinely not feeling well. And it was the first time that had ever happened. And I could see that a lot of people were really dying. And I could see that the girls from the fan sites, they were probably not expecting all that heat. And they were melting away as well. We were all collectively melting away. It was bad. There was no AC in there. It was bad. Inside the venue, it was okay. I don't know if they had aircon in there, but it was okay. But the boys were sweating buckets. Buckets of sweat dripping off. My lord. I feel like everyone was kind of sweating away. But regardless of the heat, it was a really good experience. And that's where I'm leaving you off. It was a really good experience that could have been better if my music taste listened to the Portuguese fans. Okay, hi again. I'm here to tell you what I was telling you in the video. And that was that my music taste should listen to the Portuguese fans a little bit more, because I feel like we have complained in the past that Time Out Market is not the best for K-pop concerts, especially with groups that have their whole act based on a dance performance and a vocal performance. If it were a band that was sitting there playing their instruments, the venue would most likely be way better. Time Out Market is a venue for a more intimistic kind of concert, not for concerts that are performance-based. And that's what I was saying in the video, that these companies only care about their money, but in the end, regardless of whether you buy a VIP ticket, a special package, or just a general ticket, you are still buying an experience that that company is offering you. And although us general admission people do not expect a full view, we still kind of expect to see a little bit more than just heads or just above waistlines. But regardless, let's stop being salty and end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!